Hi, hello, salam, namaste. I'm your host Abu.
Your co-host Akash. Welcome to our podcast Unmuted. ఇవాళ స్పెషల్ గెస్ట్ ఎవరు తెలుసా మన ఎపిసోడ్లో?
ఎవరు?
సో ఇంట్రికసీ అనే ఆర్ట్. ఇంట్రికసీ అంటే బేసిక్గా చాలా డీటెయిల్గా చేస్తారనమాట. సో పెన్స్లో వీ హ్యావ్ 0.8, 0.3, 0.5 అండ్ దిస్ గెస్ట్ యూజెస్ 0.1 ఫర్ ఆల్ హిస్ ఆర్ట్ వర్క్స్.
Oh, okay.
హ్యావ్ యూ ఎవర్ ట్రైడ్ యూజింగ్
Do we need to use like?
మైక్రో ఆర్ట్ అనలేదు. ఇంట్రికసీ అంటే డీటెయిల్డ్ ఆర్ట్స్ ఉంటాయి.
Okay.
సో ఎప్పుడైనా పెన్ వాడినావా? అసలు 0.1లో పెన్లు వాడినావా నువ్వు?
నాకు గుడ్డ ఎక్కువ కాబట్టి అది నేను వాడను.
సో 0.1 పెన్తోని హీ డస్ అమేజింగ్ ఆర్ట్ అండ్ ద బెస్ట్ పార్ట్ ఈస్ హీ స్కెచెస్ టెంపుల్స్.
వావ్.
అది చూడ్డానికి
హే, లాస్ట్ ఏమంటారు, నీ స్టాల్కి కొంచెం దగ్గరలో ఉండే కదా.
నా స్టాల్కి దగ్గరలో నేను ఇలా రైట్ టర్న్ ఇస్తే అక్కడ ఒక పెద్ద బోర్డ్ కనిపిస్తుంది, ఒక టెంపుల్.
గోల్డెన్ బోర్డ్.
ఎస్, నీకు గుర్తుంది బోర్డ్స్ అని?
నీతో పాటు తిరుగుతా కాబట్టి సంగత్ కాదు సార్. హే, ఐ గెట్ టు నో ఎవ్రీథింగ్.
ఏదో చెప్పాడు, నాకు అర్థం కూడా కాలేదు. ట్రాన్స్లేషన్లో టైటిల్స్ రాస్తాను చూసుకోండి. సో ఇంకా డిలే చేయకూడదు బికాజ్ ఐ వాంట్ ఎవ్రీ వన్ టు నో దిస్ స్పెషల్ గెస్ట్ who is very perfect and a pro in this kind of art. No more delays. Let me introduce you, Swarup.
Hi.
Hello,
Hi, Akash.
welcome.
Hi, Abu. Thank you so much for having me here. It's like an absolute pleasure to be a part of this episode of Tangent Factory. Thank you so much for having me here.
చాలా నీట్గా, స్మూత్గా, సటిల్గా. సో ఈ వైబ్ ఇన్ ద సటిల్గా, ఐ మీన్ ఐ హ్యావ్ సీన్ యువర్ ఆర్ట్ వర్క్స్. So, and the way you talk, the way you carry your vibrant nature and all, how it all started and when did you start, sketching the temples in very intricate designs?
So I've been doing art ever since I was a child, and school lo competitions aitundevi kada. I used to participate in them as well. And towards the close of my schooling days, 10th class holidays, like after you give board exams, before going to inter, you have this period of time kada. In that period of time I kind of explored a lot of things, and art has been the savior, and I think that was a changing part in my artistic journey. And then tarvata I was like hardly into art, like interlo I was into academics and all. Then COVID time was like the game changer for me. I got a lot of time to explore a lot of creative mediums, and I stumbled upon temple art at that point of time. And from then on, I never stopped. I went on with the flow.
How did you find that? అంటే అంత ఇంట్రికేట్ లైక్ మైన్యూట్ అంటే ఆ టైప్ అంత సన్న పెన్సిల్ యూనో, హౌ డిడ్ యూ ఫైండ్? అంటే బేసికల్లీ ఎవరు యూస్ చేయరు అంతగా ఏ మైక్రో ఆర్ట్స్ అయినా దేంట్లో అయినా కూడా. బట్ దాని మీద నీకు ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఎలా వచ్చింది? అంటే అది where did you find and how did you find?
So I've been traveling a lot since my childhood anmata.
Oh, okay.
So
you're basically a traveler.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh,
you
nice.
can call me that.
We are with a traveler as well as a temple
Artist.
intricate artist.
ఇంకా షో అలా వెళ్తుంటే ఇంకొక ట్యాగ్ వస్తుంది.
ఇంకొకటి వస్తుంది.
So my parents used to take me to places of pilgrimages, like na birthday every year we used to go to Jyotirlingams anmata.
Oh, nice.
So I think that got embedded inside of me, and I have this fascination about the intricacies of temple art and temple sculptural detailings. It intrigues me a lot anmata. So I'm like very much intrigued about the minutest of the detail on the temple gopuram. Wow. And that drove me to explore different kinds of temples in my style, like. And coming to the type of pens that I use, actually no 0.1 annavu kada, it's actually 0.03 mm. It's minute than that.
Minute than that. Sorry.
So it's like the tiniest nib that is available. Those pens I use, and they are like the best pens for me to do all these intricacies and all.
So how do you balance this culture preservations and all? Because main is when you draw a temple, you ensure that నువ్వు చూసింది ఎగ్జాక్ట్ అలా గీస్తావు, రైట్? అండ్ ఇట్ విల్ టేక్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్ ఫర్ యూ టు స్టడీ ఫస్ట్ బిఫోర్ యూ ఇంప్లిమెంట్ ఆన్ అ పేపర్. సో హౌ మచ్ టైమ్ యూ విల్ టేక్ ఫర్ రీసెర్చ్, అండ్ ఆ టైంకి హౌ విల్ యూ బ్యాలెన్స్ థింగ్స్ టు ఎన్షూర్ దట్ యూ పోర్ట్రే దట్ కల్చర్ ఆల్సో ఆన్ ద ఆర్ట్?
So firstly, I kind of get a very high quality picture of the temple that I draw on Mata. Then I kind of take some very rough measurements and all. Then I try to picture the temple in my own style. Like if there is a reference picture, I kind of change it to like I to my style and Mata, and that takes a whole lot of effort. Like hundreds of
course.
hours. Like basically pre-plan annattu em undadu. I just go with the flow and I just keep on
So when you take
sketching.
a picture, minute details ni, I mean, which kind of camera do you use?
DSLR and
Okay.
zoom in pictures.
Okay.
Luckily, I found a very HD picture on Google. That has been of great help for
అచ్చా
Mata.
అచ్చా ఓకే అంటే వెళ్ళిన ప్రతి టెంపుల్ ది యూ టేక్ అ ప్రాపర్
mostly.
అండ్ యూ
Yes.
కీప్ డీటెయిలింగ్ అంటే బికాస్ ఫ్రమ్ ద ఫార్ వెన్ యూ టేక్ అ ఫోటోగ్రాఫ్ ఐ నో అంటే దాన్ని ప్రాపర్గా కొన్ని పిక్సెల్స్ కొన్ని దెబ్బలు ఉంటాయి స్టిల్ ఎంత డిఎస్ఎల్ఆర్ అయినా కొంచెం అలాంటి వాటికి హౌ డు యూ అంటే దీంట్లో ఓకే ఈ ఫ్రేమ్లో ఇవి ఉన్నాయి అని చెప్పేసి డూ యూ టేక్ స్మాల్ పిక్చర్స్ యాజ్ వెల్ ఆర్ ఎల్స్
Zoom in pictures. Like
Zoom in pictures.
every part of the temple, I take a lot of pictures.
ఓకే
So atla, it's been of great help in Mata.
So when did you step into this stall? Because I've seen from past few months that you have been my stall number for every flea market.
Yes.
So when did you step in, and how was your journey throughout the stall, your experience?
So until very recently, I was like never out in the open. Nenu intlo art estunde and nobody knew about me much. So it was in the month of February, Art Artist official first. That was my first event in February. It was on 8th Feb
This
at
year
Churolto.
Feb.
Yeah, this year Feb.
Churolto.
ఇట్ వాస్ ఫస్ట్
That was my
his
first
first
event.
stall.
Oh, really?
Yeah, first
Okay.
stall.
Acha.
So I displayed my works. That was like
I
my
mean,
first
you were
thing.
very confident in your stall, so I thought like you are already doing so many.
That was my first time to come out in the open. Like I've become an introvert lately, so that stall kind of is bringing about a change. Like,
Right.
Nice.
and after that there was this artisans flea at Tea Works.
Right.
That was my second time. And recently in the month
Followed
of
by
May,
these-
next Premium Mall
Yeah.
Art and Craft Carnival. All
So how
thanks
is the
to
journey?
all thanks to Uday, micro artist. Because of him, like I got all these opportunities.
మనం ఆల్రెడీ ఉదయ్ ఎపిసోడ్ రిలీజ్ చేసాము.
So coming to the journey about these all stalls, I think it was like pretty great for me, like coming out in the open and talking about my art, explaining about my artistic journey with art enthusiasts and incredible artists. It was like a game changer for me.
As you are an introvert, you don't talk much. I know because
I'm trying
I
to
was
change
also an introvert.
You're in the transition phase.
Transition phase, you could say that.
Did you ever get exhausted talking to the people during the stall?
Later. No, I haven't. Until it was like about my art kada.
Yeah.
Okay.
So whenever I speak about my art, it's like it gives
Achha.
me
You
a
have
lot.
that pride.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, good. I'm explaining
Nice.
my artwork and my efforts to people.
True.
I have a small question.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, no, you do all this like in like minute detailing అవన్నీ చేస్తారు కదా. సో ఐ మీన్ అంత చేసేటప్పుడు ఐ మీన్ నీకు హ్యాండ్స్ పెయిన్ రావడం ఆర్ ఎల్స్ ఓకే ఇక్కడ ఎక్కువ స్ట్రెస్ అయిపోయింది అలాంటివి అవుతాయి
అవుతూ ఉంటాయి. Like I bend a lot when I do my art అనమాట.
Oh,
So
okay,
neck
okay.
pain, back pain, hand pain, all kinds of pains.
అంటే లైక్ టోటలీ ఇలా కూర్చొని ఇలా
Totally, I
చేస్తావా?
bend a lot. మొత్తం పేపర్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి I bend and then I do అనమాట.
Why
Without
didn't
any
you-
magnifying glass.
magnifying glass పెద్దది ఒకటి తీసుకొని మంచిగా
తీసుకోవచ్చు,
పెట్టుకోవచ్చు
but I
కదా.
think this is like my way of
Comfort.
doing
Comfort, okay.
my
You
comfort.
chose this way
Yeah,
to do it.
True.
Nice. So, what was the best, I would say, compliment, or anyone might have said you something about your artwork, or you? I know you're not selling your art. You're just exhibiting
Exhibiting,
it.
yes.
So, has anyone came to that situation? You know what? I can pay anything you want, but I just need this board. Alan's in a situation it's like weird kind of.
Like a lot of people were asking about Madurai Meenakshi Temple Gopuram. Like, are you selling this work and all? What's the price of this? But I was like, I'm only for display. I'm not selling it yet. I'm like, just enjoying the process of sketching and all, not into the commercial aspect yet. And cheptunde,
Right.
not many people insisted on asking about the price and all. So a lot of people were appreciating my art, and I think that was the best part.
I think that will give you a lot of energy to do
True.
more.
It gives a lot of motivation.
So while doing the artworks, obviously ఇప్పుడు నాకు ఏదో ఒక స్నాక్ ఉండాలి just to ensure that I get more energy to do or more kind of motivation. I listen to music. Ala, what is your go-to? Like, do you, if you drink chai, for example, how many cups do you just consume just to ensure that you are just stable enough to complete that artwork?
Like whenever I do art, I don't eat much anmata. But of course, whenever I sketch, I listen to music. I put on my headphones and I listen to songs and all. That keeps me like calm and focused.
Which kind of songs?
All Telugu, Tamil,
And a
Hindi.
particular music director the
Haris Jayaraj,
Oh,
A.R.
nice.
Rahman,
Okay.
Next అప్పుడు
Taman
అబ్బు
and all.
musician.
ఇంకా
Next,
అన్ని
nee songs
songs
కూడా
రాలేదు
వింటా.
నాకు.
అంటే నెక్స్ట్ ద వై ఐ టోల్డ్ ఇస్ ద మోర్ హీ స్టార్ట్స్ ఇవాల్వింగ్ అక్కడ ఒక స్టూడియో పెడతాడు. ఆ స్టూడియో టైంకి యువర్ సాంగ్స్ విల్ బి రిలీజ్డ్ అండ్ వెన్ విల్ అగైన్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ హిమ్ దెన్ ఇట్స్ హరీష్
Abu
జయరాజ్,
songs.
ఏఆర్
Basically
రెహమాన్.
నాకు నన్ను పొగటం ఎక్కడ వదలడు వీడు. It's
అసలు
okay.
అప్రిషియేటింగ్
I got
సమ్వన్స్
used to
టాలెంట్
that.
ఇస్ నెవర్ ఎ సిన్.
పర్లేదు. సో ఓకే లైక్ ఈ ఆర్ట్స్ యూ కీప్ డూయింగ్ అండ్ సో మెనీ పీపుల్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఇంటరాక్టెడ్. ఏదైనా అంటే కొంచెం వియర్డ్ థింగ్స్ ఏమైనా ఇంక్లూడ్ చేయండి ఆర్ ఎల్ సంథింగ్ ఇలా ఈ దీంట్లో ఇది ఉంటే బాగుండేది అది అని చెప్పి లైక్
ఫీడ్బ్యాక్స్
అలాంటి ఫీడ్బ్యాక్స్ ఏమైనా వచ్చాయి అంటే లైక్
Weird suggestions అయితే రాలేదు.
ఓకే.
So most of the people were like very appreciative and they were like they were encouraging me anmata.
Okay.
Weird things, it didn't happen yet. Maybe future love also.
ఓకే.
So, did you have any kind of a creative block? Like, let us say, you are doing, you're sketching something, and all of a sudden, you had an intention to do, you had a good mindset. Sudden ga, niku mind blank అయిపోతుంది. So, what would be your next step or next course of action?
So it definitely happens. Like creative block for artists is like very common, right? So appudu it happens. So what I do is like I start a lot of new artworks anmata.
Okay.
Whenever I feel like going back to the previous old ones, I just go back. But sometimes artwork I don't feel like going back to.
Okay.
Then what I do is I start a new work which kind of makes me like invested in the art, like which gives me like adrenaline rush ala ante edana artwork. If I look at temples, like I scroll through Pinterest a lot anmata, like a lot of temple suggestions vastayi anmata. So I just find that intricate temple art and I just sketch that. Whenever this happens, like whenever a creative block happens, I just want something new anmata, so I do that thing.
I mean, did you do any kind of imaginary thing? Like, imaginary అంటే ఇఫ్ ఒక కృష్ణుడి అయినా కూడా ఎవరి ఒక ఏ గాడ్ అయినా ఏ టెంపుల్ అయినా ఐ మీన్ ఓకే ఇప్పుడు ఈ అన్ని ఫొటోస్లోంచి యూ బాట్ ద పాయింట్స్ అండ్ యూ డిడ్ కదా, నీ థాట్ ప్రాసెస్ నుంచి ఏదైనా చేసిన వర్క్ ఉందా?
Yeah, recently I've started designing a new temple, like
Okay.
a temple based on my own designing anmata.
Oh, nice.
So alantivi I've tried a lot, like
okay.
Krishna, Ganesha, chala I tried in my own creative style.
Okay.
But mostly I use reference pictures anmata.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
most of the times I kind of try to get a reference picture and then
why I asked is you might be having some kind of thought like okay ఇలా ఉంటే ఐ మీన్ నీ ఇమాజినరీ థాట్స్లో టెంపుల్లో ఇలా ఉంటే బాగుంటుంది, ఈ పాయింట్లో లైక్ వాట్ ఎవర్ యూ హెవ్ డన్ ఇందులో ఈ దేవుడు ఇలా ఉంటే బాగుంటుంది, సంథింగ్ యుల్ బి హ్యావింగ్ యువర్ ఇమాజినరీ థాట్స్. అలా చేసింది ఉంటే బాగుంటుంది, నువ్వు చేసావా అని చెప్పేసి.
recent I started one. It's in the
Okay.
progress of making anmata.
Okay.
So
Acha.
at complete ayaka I'll show you definitely.
Hopefully.
I guess I've seen. Did you get that
లేదు.
during any stall?
Oh, that was this one స్టాల్లో చేసింది.
The one which you're doing right now.
I brought different artworks anmata.
Okay.
Adi teledi inka like.
Because there was a time where you were doing something live there.
Yeah. Adi actually Madurai Meenakshi Temple Gopurame, like
okay.
different versions anmata.
Oh,
So
okay.
presently I'm like currently working on like 10 to 15 plus versions of the same temple in different style. So that's the temple over there.
Okay.
So
This is the
Madurai Meenakshi Amman Temple
Oh.
Gopuram.
కొంచెం ఇన్స్పైర్ అవ్వండి. అది కావాలంటే పేషెన్స్ ఉండాలి
అండ్
చాలా.
తన స్టాల్లో నాకు ఒక ఆర్ట్ వర్క్ చాలా ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ అనిపించింది.
ఏ మాట అది?
హనుమాన్.
ఓకే.
సో విచ్ ఇస్ హియర్.
Hey, I've seen this in someone's story also. They reposted it. So.
దిస్ ఇస్ ద వన్.
Oh, that's actually cute. It's very cute.
వెరీ క్యూట్ యాక్చువల్లీ. దిస్ లైక్
your ideology behind this, please.
చాలా అంటే దీంట్లో డీటెయిలింగ్ ఇస్ సో గుడ్ అండ్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ హనుమాన్జీ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో వెరీ క్యూట్ యాక్చువల్లీ. సో ఐ మీన్ ప్లీజ్ డూ టెల్ సంథింగ్ అబౌట్ దిస్. వాట్
that is Bhakta Hanuman. Hanuman in his most humble form, is a devotee of Sri Rama Kada. So in this aspect is called Bhakta Hanuman. It's like very humble, very kind form of Hanuman. So I just randomly sketched anmata. So actually that's my only digital and traditional art. So Hanuman, I drew
looks
it
like a 3D. I mean, how did you pull off that thing?
So Hanuman, I first sketched it on a paper, then I scanned it, and then background anta I made it digitally anmata.
Oh, nice.
So that's my only work where I tried digital art. Again, I never tried it.
So this is the one and only.
This is whole digital.
Kadu, Hanuman, I drew it on paper.
Okay.
Then I scanned that, and then background anta digital ga chesanu anmata.
ఇంకోటి ఏంటంటే ఐవ్ సీన్ యూ డూయింగ్ ఫ్యూ దీస్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ థింగ్స్. దిస్ ఈస్ అ క్లాక్.
So it's a Project 24 time machine watch. Surya movie 24 వచ్చింది కదా.
Project 24.
Yeah.
నేను వెళ్తాను సూర్య దగ్గర మాట్లాడుకున్నాను. అవట్లేదు.
Doesn't work.
ఇది కూడా
Yeah, Doctor Strange, Eye of Agamotto.
So what materials you used for this?
It's made out of foam sheet, cardboard,
nice.
and old watch parts.
Oh yes.
What intrigued you to make these things?
So I'm like very much again fascinated about time machines and steampunk kind of things. So 24 movie released in 2016 anmata. So at that point of time I was like crazy about that time machine watch.
Did you ever feel to go back to the time where they started building this
I
temples?
definitely wanted to, but it doesn't happen. Like when the temple building activities was at the peak, like the Chola times and Western Chalukyan art and Hoysala art, like from 7th to 12th centuries CE. I want to visit back in time, but of course it doesn't.
It's okay. Maybe in future ఎప్పుడైతే ఏమంటారు టైం మిషన్స్ అనేవి రియల్ పాసిబుల్ అయితే
ఈయన కనబెడతాడు టైం మెషిన్ మన అందరికి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. మనందరికి ఫ్రీ సర్వీస్లు ఇస్తాడు. ఇంకా అంతేనా?
నేను డ్రైవ్ చేయాలా అది కూడా?
మేబీ సీట్ బెల్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్.
సరే.
So how many years it took for you to step into the temple art, study more about it, and today where you are, like all any years?
So roughly I started temple art in 2020.
Okay.
So the first artwork that I did of temple art in like very intricate form is Ananta Padmanabha Swami temple, and it's right over here. Let me show you.
You can show it in the camera.
This is the first temple art that I made it like in very intricate form.
Wow.
So this was in 2020. So our point of time lo I had no clue what papers to use, what pens to use. So what I did was normal A4 paper untadi kada, A4 paper meeda normal ballpoint pen, black pen.
Okay.
I did
This is
it
a black
anamata.
pen.
Black pen, normal black pen.
If you do a mistake, then there's no coming back.
True,
So how did you manage that?
White pens untai, so with white pens I covered
Achha,
some
achha,
bit,
achha.
but
Some corrections.
most of the times I try to avoid mistakes. So that was in December 2020. So
Okay.
that started me on this quest of temple art and
Last
all.
year, December 20.
2020.
sorry,
5 years before.
So yeah, COVID.
Yeah.
COVID. So there's a common question which I ask to every of my guests. Now I feel I want to know. So 5 years before when you started it, now let us say hypothetically you have that 5 year Swarup in front of you who started that, and you have your current artwork. What tips or advice or what changes you would have thought to take?
So I would suggest that Shasta to just keep going with the art. Like at a certain point of time, I didn't touch my art anmata. Like 2024 entirely, I was into other stuff. I didn't even touch art.
Okay.
I didn't sketch much. Towards the end of 2024, November and December, I started with Madurai Meenakshi Temple. And from there on, I did a lot of sketches.
There's
so
no stopping.
I would suggest that guy to just keep going. I mean, I was like thinking about a lot of other things, and I was like anxious about my academics and all.
Okay.
So I just stopped my art for a long period of time. I think if I did art at that point of time, I would have evolved a bit more.
Okay.
So I would suggest that.
What's the I mean myth or story behind this art that people get wrong usually?
There's nothing as like getting wrong about this
Okay.
art. So actually, there's no particular name about. There's no particular name for this kind of art style.
Okay.
I mean, I can call it my style. I mean,
Okay.
I never saw any artist doing this level of intricacies in matter.
Correct.
True. That's
So
true. Yeah.
just it's like normal temple art, ante. There's no
Okay,
particular
okay.
name as such, and
Acha.
Because having said that, even నా list లో కూడా I guess this board or that, I'm really not, both are same.
both are the same temples with more detailings. That's the
Okay.
first version anmata.
That's the first version.
Yeah.
This is the
This is the
second
second version.
Okay.
So actually the temple has 9 stories, 9 floors anmata. So in the first version I could do only 7.
Okay,
So
yes.
if you observe closely, it has
Yes,
only
it's
7.
7.
So in the second version I did all the 9 floors.
Oh.
With a lot more detailings and all.
Nice.
Nice.
Lovely.
నాకు అవి చూస్తేనే ట్రిప్పీగా ఐమ్ లైక్ ఆ పేషెన్స్ లెవెల్ నాకు గుర్తొస్తుంది. నేను ఇంక స్టార్టింగ్ లో 0.1 అని చెప్పా, సారీ గైస్, ఇట్స్ 0.03.
03, yeah.
అది ఎంత నాట్, ఇట్స్ లైక్
It's like very very tiny.
వెరీ టైనియస్ట్
No, we can see that thing in చిన్నవి very detailing.
So
ఎందుకంటే నేను ఏదో అడుగుదాం అనుకున్నా అబౌట్ హిస్ ఆ ఇంట్రికేసి చూసి మొత్తం ఎగిరిపోయింది అది.
so artwork took me like more than 3 months to complete.
ఓ
A lot of hundreds of hours, like maybe 300 plus hours.
This
This
one.
one,
ఒక్క
yeah.
ఫ్రేమ్ కి.
Yoga frame. Like if you look closely, you can see all the tiniest of the details.
Exactly. That's what I was saying.
Yes, that's
So-
very evident.
In the 9th floor, at the bottom, there's Tamil written
Yes,
form.
there's Tamil written on it.
That came out like very tiny.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
after doing
exactly.
it, I was like, how did I even pull it off? And I wondered and
Correct. I can get that feel, but it's very.
You were
beautiful.
doing this in the stall, right?
Another version of the same.
అదే
Another-
ఇందాక చెప్పారు, live he was doing.
Yeah.
I saw that
okay.
day. Live he was
So
doing something.
the Inco version of the same temple.
Okay.
So, do you remember your first attempt at temple art? Like, what would it be? Your any first attempt ఎలా ఉండేది?
I vividly remember it. Like 2019 September lo, I started with Mahabalipuram Shore Temple anmata. So at that point of time, that was the most detailed art. So again, in September 2019, I did with Madurai Meenakshi Temple. The same temple, very small, chinna version anmata.
version,
Appatlo, that was the detailed one. So again, I stumbled upon Anantapadmanabha Swami Temple, December 2020.
Okay.
That was the like watershed moment for me, landmark event for me. It just gave me like a lot of solace, a lot of happiness, and I just went on with temple art. But of course, Majjalo I couldn't do art much, so that was like a break. For the past few months, I was like into art a lot. So I'm like I started more than 20-30 temple sketches of this level
Achha.
of intricacies.
Wow.
So
Okay.
they are in the progress of making.
I'm
So-
Did you
eagerly
try
waiting,
the
actually.
Tirupati, I tried it, yeah.
Really?
Small version.
small version?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, do share us the
Yeah,
pictures
sure,
when it
sure,
is ready.
definitely.
Is it ready?
Yeah.
Like,
అంటే అది 2020 లో చేసిన ఒక చిన్న వర్షన్
okay,
Achha.
but you
maybe
have
I could
it, right?
yeah I have it.
Okay.
We'll share the pictures. Yeah.
All the pictures will be added at the end of the episode. అది కాకుండా ఎస్ అదంతే, ఇంకా ఇన్స్టాగ్రామ్ ఉంది కదా చూస్తాం.
The who is this in this
So
art?
this is Krishna playing his flute in Hoysala style.
That's so cute and the background.
Look at the lines.
Yeah, చాలా
So-
ఏమంటారు ఇంట్రికేట్ అని చెప్పను నేను.
ఇంట్రికేట్ కి సినానిమ్ ఏమైనా ఉంటే ఐ యాడ్ దట్ వర్డ్ హియర్. ఓ మై గాడ్.
అదేదో అదేమంటారు ఆయన వెనకాల నుంచి అవి ఇట్లా వేవ్స్ ఏదో ఫ్లో అవుతున్నాయి అన్న టైప్ లో ఉంది. చాలా
దట్ ఇస్ సో నైస్.
So this is actually inspired by Hoysala art style anmata.
Okay.
So there are a lot of Hoysala temples in Karnataka.
Yeah.
And they are known for their intricacies and sculptural detailings anmata. So I'm like very much fascinated about Hoysala art.
I can
So
see
out
that.
of that,
The next one is also Hoysala?
yeah, same. Hoysala art.
Both are-
This is a different style.
Different. Okay.
So Iti Krishna playing his flute.
Right.
Okay.
This is one style.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mic.
And this is Krishna lifting the Govardhanagiri
Oh, yes.
mountain.
Oh, okay.
So-
I was thinking it's Vishnu.
Vishnu, Krishna.
Oh yeah.
Inko
it's
avatar.
okay.
Yeah.
But dude,
Nice.
I can see in a fascinating way how you're like you admire the tradition. You ensure that while you sketch it, you ensure you don't lose that culture touch and అది proper గా ఉన్నది అయితే.
Actually, మొత్తం everything, all the
That is so
animals,
beautiful.
Thank you so
human
much,
beings,
guys.
everybody are under.
I am so lucky that I met him 3 months before in Shoutout To. I'll tell you what, this is a stall. There's corner stall untadi. I guess it's to my right. I'm sorry. Yeah, to my right. And there's this board stood there. Everybody, they're just crowding over there just to see what is that artwork. And I was very curious to see. And even at the end of the event, my mom went to see that. She told me, dude, just go and look at the temple art. I'm like, okay, temple ante I have not seen these basic temple arts. I'm like, okay, fine. The moment I have seen this board, I am like, I can't even utter a word. First thing is you need a lot of patience.
Yeah.
You need a lot of focus because as you told, you can't come back. You can't undo any kind of things if there's any mistake. You need a lot of attention. And no music window, as you told, like some kind of regional songs or what English songs or whatever it is. And more than that, you need your own space to ensure you get everything in proper precise way. And I am like huge fan. Every time I keep telling him, "Arey, Swarup did this temple work."
I was a volunteer in that, so I got to see your art before than any other people over there.
But at the end of the day, you also saw in that
Yeah, of
event
course,
only.
Of course. Okay. See, art is a therapy, I feel.
True.
Because you evolve along with that. So, what were you before, and what are you now? So, how is your thought process
Evolved.
then and now? And I mean, your day-to-day life. What has changed, and what has
I absolutely agree with you. Art is like a proper therapy,
Right.
Yeah.
So whenever I do sketching, it gives me a lot of calmness, a lot of solace. So I think I improved a lot in all kinds of aspects, like as a human being and as a person. I think art has been that a great influence which changed me a lot. So I think definitely art has been a game changer for me, and it definitely made me a much more better person than I was earlier.
Do you meditate?
No.
No?
I think
No, I
the
guess
sketching process is
it's
itself
like
a
a
meditation
meditation, okay.
process.
That I
Yeah.
understood. No, అలాంటి question అడగకూడదు, తప్పు. మన
No,
బావ
ante
చెప్తే
that kind of patience level is it will affect you when you do some yoga or something like that. Like that's what I believe, because I've met the people and I do some yoga kind of with my work. So that's the reason I asked that. Yeah, of course, your art is like yoga for you. Fine. So let's get into the next segment, which is his favorite segment, which
quick
is
bites.
Yeah.
Brush or stylus pens?
Stylus pens.
Okay. Favorite deity to draw?
Ganesha.
Mornings with art or nights with inspiration?
Nights with inspiration.
Baba.
I'm a night owl,
Okay.
not an early bird.
No, I can say that because he's a traveler.
One tool you would cry over if it break?
Mechan-
0.03 pen.
mechanical pencil.
Okay. If temple art had a theme song, what would it be?
This song from Arjun movie, Madhura
sing that
Tara
song.
Meenakshi song.
Can you
ఆ song
please-
రాదు.
Okay, ఒక line for
Little
at
bit,
least for
little
us.
bit. It's
Maybe I
fine.
can sing other songs. ఆ song అంత perfect గా రాదు. Okay.
One line from that song, because you told that song fits to your art.
అందాలే అష్టోత్తరం పలికిందే. I'm not quite sure of the
Okay.
lyrics.
చాలు అందాలే అక్కడ వరకు రాదు. అది అక్కడికి హైలైట్ చేస్తాం.
మధురగా
exactly, అదే song.
We have singers in the show. ఇప్పుడు చూడు, traveler, temple artist, now singer.
Of course, he's a singer. We found it last time.
నెక్స్ట్ టాస్క్ ఇచ్చామంటే
That
డాన్స్
too, it was in a off camera, right?
కాదు. నెక్స్ట్ టాస్క్ విల్ బి డాన్స్ రాదంటాడు, ఏదైనా చెప్తాను మళ్ళీ డాన్స్ చేస్తాడు చూడు. ఓకే, బ్యాక్ టు ద క్వశ్చన్. మోర్ zen mode or more chaos while working?
More zen.
Sandalwood or paint thinner?
Paint thinner.
Okay. Ever messed up and turned it to a creative choice?
So there's a particular part in my Gopuram art of Madurai Meenakshi temple. So I messed up a phase of the main part anmata. So what I did was I stuck a paper meeda I drew a picture and then I cut it out and then I pasted it on the original art anmata. So that was a mistake actually, but it gave a 3D look, like embossed kind of look ochindi. So I think that was a mistake which turned up well.
Wow, awesome.
Is it incoming or
it's right here. If you, I can show you.
Oh, that one.
It's over there.
Okay, that picture will be zoomed in after the episode, but ఎందులో ఎక్కడ ఉంది అది?
తీసుకొని చూపియాలా?
నాకు కనిపించదు, తర్వాత చూపిస్తాను.
Yeah, we'll take a look. మేము ఫోటో కూడా షేర్ చేస్తాం.
Would you rather paint a ceiling upside down or carve a pillar blindfolded?
Carve a pillar maybe.
Nice. And your last question. One word to describe temple art. Sacred, tedious or therapy?
Therapy. Sacred and therapy.
Obviously. Yeah.
But you gave the answer very, swiftly. Like, therapy annadu, danta he covered in very smooth way. Sacred and therapy. Nice. Well. Gani, first thing first, I am a huge fan of your artwork.
Thank you so much, Akash.
A lot. Every stall, when I get a notification that there's a stalls coming up or something, my first thing would be have few artists in my list where I look up to for any kind of art. It's not that I can't do those, but they are more better than me. And one of those artists is you.
Thank you so much.
Every time I keep talking with my friends or with him or with my mom that there's a guy who does a temple art with such detailed version I have not seen in my entire life. Maybe if I might travel, I could see. But na list lo, you're the only person who does amazing work.
Thank you so much. Means a lot to me.
He proactively told that he wants to sing on our show. ఇంతకన్నా ఇంకేం కావాలి నీకు ఒక సింగర్ దొరికాడు ఇప్పుడు. Consider him for your next movies or web series.
Sure.
So yes,
so
stage is all yours.
I'll try singing a medley of different songs. So pardon me if I make any mistakes. दिल से दिल मिल गए हैं तो चाहिए फिर इस दिल को क्या लेकुंटे चक्की उंटारा चुनीला शिल्प संपदा జగత్తు చూడని మహత్తు నీదలే నీ నవ్వు తాకి తరించి తపస్సులా నిశీదులన్నీ తలొంచి ఉషాలానివా ఏమిటో ఇవాళ రెక్కలొచ్చినట్టు వింతగా ఆకాశమంచు తాకుతున్న గుండెనై కొరుక్కుతున్న కళ్ళు చూసినంతనై మనస్సు నవ్వే మొదటిసారి ఎమ్మార్పిది ఎడారి ఎండమావి ఉప్పెనై ముంచెనే కలే కాదుగా నీ వల్లనే భరించలేని తీపి బాధలే ఇంకా ఏదో ఎదైపోతావే ఇష్టాలే తెలిపేందుకు సంకెళ్ళతో బంధించకు ఎదై చేరాలి రోజే చరి చెంతకు తనలోని స్వరం వినరోయి క్షణం అనుకుందేది నీలో నువ్వు దాచకు నీ మనసే నీలా మగువై నిండుగా కనిపించాక మౌనాన్ని చూపించకు. I'll stop there.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Next stall ki part paadindestunnadu.
You're an artist,
singer,
you're singer, traveler, blogger kuda anukunta.
Vlogger.
Yeah.
I used
There's one more but I'll not say now. That needs good time.
Yeah.
So yes, I know that. And ante inga next time vastudu the other hand also will be filled up with all the tags.
So my only suggestion would be just keep doing what you do and keep like a lot of people I see they kind of stop it in the middle, like a lot of artists they do art but just out of like or due to different reasons they stop art, I think you just gotta keep on doing. And I think the sketching process is what that matters. Like at one point of time, I was like, I got no appreciation for my art, so I just abandoned my art for a while. So later, as I sketched, I realized that it's all about what is inward, what comes from the inside, and that kept me going. Hey guys, this is SHASTHA SWARUP TRAYAMBAK. Do check out the Tangent Factory on YouTube and Instagram, and stay tuned for more updates from Unmuted. Thank you.